Today I'm going to show you how to adjust the footplate on a Jazzy Air 2. We're going to start with the footplate height adjustment. There's 5 holes on this kind of footplate bracket here. So if you're shorter, you can adjust this footplate up 2 holes, or if you're taller, you can bring this footplate down 2 holes. It's about a ½ inch per hole. So the way this is held on is there's a bolt going through here, and a little like lock nut on this side, and then 2 plastic spacers. So in order to adjust it, it's pretty simple. You just take the bolt out and then move it to where you want it and put the bolt back in. But getting the bolt out can be kind of tricky, so I'm going to show you how I do it. The tools I have are, I've got a little wrench here with a 13mm socket, and I got a little extension so that I can go over the footplate like that. We've got a flathead screwdriver, preferably a small one. We're going to use this as kind of like a pry and kind of a second finger. And the last tool is I've got another wrench here. Again, 13mm. You could use 1/2 inch. The 13mm just fits a little bit better. We're going to use that on this side to hold the bolt while we unscrew it on this side. So I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to loosen this little lock nut in here. There we go. Yeah. There it is, little nut. Then just kind of knock the bolt out just a little bit, and then with our pry, get it under the bolt. A little washer is going to pop out. Kind of dropped in here. Got a little washer that also went on this side. Now you can see our bolt coming out, and these spacers are just going to fall. Yep, there they went. Sometimes they will fall in this little crevice in here, so you can just kind of dump them out. They did not this time. So now you can see our 5 holes. I'm going to drop it down. Let's say the person for this chair is taller. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the bolt back in, put one of the spacers on, and pick which hole you want. There we go. Then it's going to go all the way through. Now to get this second spacer in, I'm going to use my pry, a little flathead for this, and get it flush. So you can see it's flush against here. The bolt isn't sticking out, but it's right there ready to go when I do get the spacer lined up. So here's the tricky part, is I'm going to use this as kind of a really long finger. And I'm going to put it under here and try and control where this spacer goes. I want the spacer to be lined up exactly. That might do it. There we go. I pushed the bolt through and it went through the spacer. And now it went all the way through to the other side. And now we're just going to put on our lock nut again. You kind of have to do it blind because you can't see it. So I put the washer on, and now I've got the lock nut, and you just want to start it. A little tricky. But once it's just barely started threading, you can start to screw it back on with your socket set. Once it starts getting tight, I'm going to control the other side of the bolt. And I like to rest it on the footplate because when I tighten, it's going to hold itself by prying it down onto the footplate. There we go. You want it tight enough so that the footplate doesn't drop when you lift it. See how it's stuck there? But you don't want it too tight to where you can't actually lift the footplate. So that looks pretty good. Pull this out. And now the footplate has been adjusted. So the other adjustment I can make to the Jazzy Air 2 footplate is the tilt. This footplate is sitting pretty flat, but if you want it to tilt up more, there's a little screw in the back that we can adjust. So I'm going to flip it up, and you can see the screw right there. And then on the Air 2, they'll actually give you the correct wrench size in with your owner's manual. We're going to use this wrench, the one with the little like ball joint on the end. And then you want to just try and get it in that screw, and if you loosen it, let me go the other way. you loosen it, that screw will come out and it'll hit right there. So if you loosen it, it'll hit a little bit further back and it'll change the tilt. Oh, it's kind of tight. Might have to do it with this side. There we go. So it's kind of tight in there. But it is loosening. And now with it looser, it's sitting at more of a tilt. And if you want to tighten it, you can do the opposite if you want it to go back down. And that is all the adjustments you can make on a Jazzy Air 2 foot plate.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.